Everyone, so yesterday I did a wind meditation. So today we are going to work with fire. Now, I would normally use a whole smudge of sage, but I was like, I have a lot of this like loose leaf and like stem, so I'm gonna work with this. So we're working with the fire element, so I'm gonna sage. If you don't have sage, you can use incense, you can use frankincense, you can use myrrh. Basically, to do this, cedar would be really good for purifying if you had rocks like obsidian or obsidian, which is great for purifying. You could do this to basically sage or clear your area, clear your rocks. And I'm not using any crystals, well, besides what I have is mystic merlinite. Mystic merlinite is really good for when you do shadow work, any type of shadow work. This basically makes you see the light in the darkness and remember that you are that light, that it's time to be that light. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I have some sweetgrass, as you can see, and I just want to say thank you to the universe, thank you to the energy that I'm about to give, thank you to the element of fire for this meditation, and thank you. So when we think fire, what do we think? We have a way to eat, we have growth, we have all these opportunities to really enjoy this warmth, this beauty. But what does fire, heat, energy, what is it? So we ask ourselves, does fire belong in us, or do we create fire? And the answer is it's both. So with this being said, let's get into this meditation. So the element of fire. Now, immediately when I started doing this and figuring out my hand placements and being what I'm being guided, like automatically I kind of feel like I was being tossed around. So I could honestly start seeing that I felt like swaying and going like this, like trying to catch my balance and like stop. So if you're having this, just let it go. You know what I mean? Like, you're obviously, this element is starting to work its way. So I'm actually gonna keep this burning, and the reason I'm doing this is because obviously, we're working with the element of fire. So smoke, so I just want to make sure this just comes naturally. So like right now I'm kind of swaying back and forth, and I can feel myself like going around in a circle, going this way, but I kind of feel like there's a bit of pull going clockwise. Call upon the element of fire. Fire, please cleanse and guide me. Burn away any cords of attachment. Burn away anything. Burn away and protect me. Cleanse me. Show me the path. Show me my true flame. Show me my true nature, my true fire. So even though I am meditating and I am keeping focused, I see a flame and it's more orange. It's very faint. It's kind of like looking at, and I apologize for the vehicles and all that. It's like looking at a window, or looking at a candle through a window. It's kind of really faint right now, and I'm focusing on that, bringing that in. Steady but surely. I do feel warm, so I want to tell you, when I'm going through and I'm getting these messages from guides or from the elemental, energies themselves, I do feel like two hands on my shoulders, and usually I feel like this regardless of what element I'm doing. So yeah, I do apologize. So I am being guided, and it's very soft. It's not as fast as the wind elemental energy from yesterday. It's very soft. It is getting really warm. I feel something in my stomach. Like, I feel warm. It's like, when it's really cold out and you drink something hot, like a hot tea or hot cocoa, and it like sits in your stomach. That's what I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling my core being stimulated by this flame, this elemental meditation. So your core is like your power, it's your strength. This is where your inner fire would come from. So right now I'm seeing a flame walk towards me, and this is a blue flame. It's like bluish white. And right now I'm currently feeling the flame work its way up through my stomach up. So I feel it because of this blue flame. This has something to do with my throat chakra, which is something I've always struggled with. I think genetically my mom has Hashimoto's disease, which is low functioning or high functioning thyroid. And I have had a couple past lives where something was blocked in my throat. Either I've been shot by an arrow in Greece, in ancient Greece, or I've had something happen to me that like strangled, hanged, whatever. So this was a problem that I had. So genetically I could have a low thyroid as well, genetically, since my mom does suffer from Hashimoto's disease since she was 13. And hyperthyroid or low functioning thyroid, my mom is not the only one in my family that has this. Her niece has it as well, has a hyperactive. So I'm gonna stop talking and really focus on this, and I'm gonna show you the signs, how to open this, because I'm seeing that there is a ring of keys being like jangled in front of me, and like someone's trying to toss it to me, or like trying to wait till like I'm out reach. It is really hot, and it's not humid. It's like it's hot, and I feel it. It's like all like right here. So you can't see me, but I'm going a little flush right here. Like I feel it. Okay. bringing down, connecting to this flame. I do want to tell you I'm hearing crackling in my ear, and I'm smelling like a distinct campfire, and I'm seeing I'm just seeing a campfire in like the middle of the forest, and I'm saying that in my head and I'm hearing it. So initially I'm a lot clairaudient, meaning that I hear things. Sometimes depending on the nature and the power of the energy and how strong it is, I'll be able to see something, but usually I spend a lot more time hearing things than I do see them. And like I said, unless they are a step further and they actually want to show me, other than that, like, that is my major sense, is clairaudience. So if you're like me, I do kind of suffer from ringing in the ears, and like my trick for that is picturing yourself tuning rabbit ears, like the old rabbit ears to the old stationary TVs, like the old ones, and like turning the knob to get the signal or flipping the channel. Like, that is my trick for that, to make it stop. No, this is gonna sound really weird, maybe a bit TMI, but when I do elemental energies, like especially meditations, I usually just allow myself to feel it, and it's like sensory overdrive, so it's very euphoric to me. So sometimes it can induce energy going into certain places, and it can be super intense, that sometimes you have what they call tantric sensations, and I'm just gonna leave that there. So I allow myself to be open to this. I do not allow to fully expand in me, and I just basically like, hey, like, do it around, you know what I mean? Like, I'm in a circle, I'm in a ring, so it's like bubbled, so it doesn't fully just like come in unless I feel it working its way out. And so I just allow my senses to bathe in that and see where we're going. And so my thing is like, it's kind of like getting seduced by the elements, if that makes any sense. It's easier, and I don't want to make it sexual, but it's just like you're making love to the elements without actually forcing that. And that is the thing, how you get into it. It took me a long time to master meditation. I was never patient. I never could just flip it on like this. It took me a while. So February, like March, I started meditating every like day for, you know, a good like month, and full moons were hugely important to that. So I started meditating, and I just, when I put my mind and I cleared the senses and I ground out, that I'm able to do it. So it may take some time for you, so thank you so much for this, and I hope peace, love, and happiness is on you, and calming. So I do want to tell you, since we're closing this out, I do want to give up again by saying thank you to the element of fire. Thank you to the guides that are around me. Thank you to the elementals who made your self-presence known, your energy known. So thank you so much for allowing me to be a conduit of this. And so thank you so much, and thank you. So I do want to say real quick, blessings upon you. blessings upon your family, protection, and all that cleansing of your aura. So thank you so much for watching. Love you guys.